Good Tuesday morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for the next 7 days and beyond. No significant fire impacts. It'll be gradually warming up, but we've had lots of cool, moist conditions over the past week, and more is in store for parts of Utah and the Arizona Strip by midweek. Looking at precipitation over the past 24 hours, not much, just some scatterings over the highest terrain. No lightning to report. And looking at initial attack fire activity, just a few small fires over parts of the far western Great Basin. Taking a look at precipitation over the past 7 days, significant amounts of precipitation, where you see the dark blues, greens, and the yellows, a ½ inch to an inch, or in some cases more than 2 inches of precipitation covering more than 2/3 of our area. We expand that on the right to the last 30 days. You can see just about all areas have received wetting rains. The exception is a little bit of a dry pocket up in far northwestern Nevada. And looking at the current ERCs, as we see, ERCs are the driest, a relative term, because ERC is still on the way down just because of climatology, cool, long nights, lack of heat in the last 2 weeks. Otherwise, most places are very moist. Today's satellite imagery shows that trough low pressure still bringing cool conditions, some clouds across southern Nevada into the Arizona Strip. As long as we're under the influence of this trough low pressure, temperatures stay cooler than normal, winds fairly light, no significant fire concerns. Looking at today's upper level map, the trough low pressure, which has been giving us cold, wet weather, now starting to shift eastwards. Strong high pressure building in along the west coast. For us, still very moist conditions, just about all areas. If we look at precipitation today, just a little bit sneaking into far southeastern Utah, otherwise dry. Winds will start picking up a little bit here across Nevada, maybe 15 to 25 miles per hour. Humidity, though, still fairly high. Now on Wednesday, we see low pressure now taking shape over northern Arizona, starting to pull up some moisture from the subtropics and curling it into southeastern Utah. Still mostly green, starting to dry out a little bit across far western areas. See that rain now pushing into the Arizona Strip, into a good portion of eastern and southern Utah. Winds fairly light in most areas. Thursday, moisture continues across the eastern portions of Utah. Dry to the west, and high pressure starting to build in, so we start warming up, especially across western areas, also across Idaho. It's where we're starting to dry out just a little bit. Elsewhere, we're fairly moist as the rain continues across the Uintas, the Wasatch, and scattered about across Moab. Winds very light across the region. Precipitation over the next 3 days, you can see across a good portion of Utah, dark greens are about a ½ inch to an inch of rain, so a wetting rain covering about maybe half of Utah. Otherwise, most areas dry, but still on the cool side. Now down the road on Friday is another frontal system moving to the Pacific Northwest, maybe some clouds and moisture for northwestern Nevada. Otherwise, probably just seasonable temperatures. Significant fire potential, not much to speak of there. Going down the road for Saturday, deeper trough of low pressure moves into the Pacific Northwest. I'll have to watch how that plows in with more precipitation into Idaho. Conditions staying moist in most areas. And then going through Sunday, deep low coming in. Strong northwesterly winds, but another storm system pushing in, which will quickly pass on by. So with that trough of low pressure, we'll stay cooler than normal. Humidity levels probably slightly dry, more moist than normal. And looking at precipitation over the next 7 days, we see basically, again, much of it across Utah, parts of it across northern Idaho, more of it pushing into up here in central Idaho. So overall, moist conditions, no significant fire impacts. 8 to 14-day outlook taking us into the 3rd to the 9th of October. Cooler than normal to the north, slightly warmer than normal to the south, wetter than normal pattern for our driest area, northwestern Nevada into Idaho. So that should bode well for the end of fire season, just about all areas. This concludes our briefing. This briefing will be discontinued by the end of this week. We will start our smoke dispersion briefings next week in early October, being issued Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if there are any significant fire concerns, they will be addressed in those smoke briefings as well. Have a great day.